quantities. Now let's see a little information about ratio with the definition. Ratio says that I am comparing two quantities. Who says? Ratio says. Ratio says that I will compare two or more things. Okay, two or more things. But ratio also says that okay, I will compare, but there will be some rules, and people will have to obey the rules. Then I will be a ratio for those people who are comparing two or more quantities to make a ratio. Clear? So here it is nothing but comparing of quantities. Comparing of quantities. Here you can see comparing quantities. So between a ratio and comparing quantities, what are the difference? Is quantity comparing quantities difference from ratio? No. If we observe carefully, then we will observe that ratio which means comparing two or more quantities. And here what is comparing quantities? So it is just meaning of a ratio, yeah, isn't it? Comparing quantities is the meaning of a ratio. Okay, it's an explanation of ratio, we can say. Let's just say, take an example. This is one, and this is one. Now, what's the difference between two this? There are two quantities. Okay, two quantities, and I am explaining what the meaning of a ratio. This is I I asked you what's the difference between two these things. Most of you would say that this is marker as well as also this is marker. Difference is that this is blue and this is black. Yeah, you are correct. This is blue and this is black. You can say that blue price of blue marker is 15 rupees and price of black marker is 20 rupees. So here we are, what are we doing? We are comparing these two quantities with the price. Okay, what is the price of this blue marker? You would say 15 rupees, as well as price of this black marker is 20 rupees. So what's the difference? 5 rupees. 5 rupees is the difference between two these quantities. So here we are comparing two quantities. This is price of this is less, but price of this is more. And you also can expand this conservation by saying that price is of this is how much less? 5 rupees, and price is of this is how much more than this marker. You would say 5 rupees is more than than price of a blue marker. Like that we compare two quantities or more quantities, and you can you realize in your everyday life, you see what you compare two or more quantities as well as whereas you also compare to yourself with other self. Yeah, we we compare a lot of things, but from different perspective. Sometimes we compare our success with the success of other person. Like that, we think, yeah, I didn't have anything. I don't have anything, but look that person. That person is famous. That person has fame. That person has got a lot of money, but I am made this that, and like that we compare. So this is what, this is a scene of a comparing. Okay, as when we go to the market, then we compare by saying like that. So price of this vegetable is what? Price of this tomato is how much? A vegetable person says, yeah, 15 rupees, 15 per kg. Now you move to the just next vegetable person. Then you ask for checking is price of tomato is correct or not? Correct or not? Okay, like that's then you ask to another person. Listen, what is the price of this tomato vegetable? That vegetable person is this 10 rupees. Now you are surprised. You are surprised? Yeah. 15, 10. What's the difference? that person is saying this price of this tomato is 15 rupees, and you are saying price of this tomato is 10 rupees. What's the difference? That person is looting me like that. There are a lot of there are happening a lot of in our environmental area, in which what we can see the comparing of a lot of things. Okay, but in context of mathematics, just we convert our statement into a ratio, into mathematics. Just we convert our statement into mathematics, and you, okay. First of all, I say that price of this marker is 10 rupees. Okay, is 2. Price of this black marker is 15 rupees. Like that. So just it is in it is in what? Mathematics. Here we converted our statement into mathematics by saying that this is the price of a blue marker, this is the price of a black marker, and what's the difference? When we cut, then after simplifying it, we will have what? Exact ratio, simple ratio. Okay, and remember, it means, what is the meaning of this? Meaning of this is 10 upon 15, which is a fraction, So it can be written 10 upon 15 like that. And after simplifying it, we will have simple ratio. 2 5s and 3 5s. So this is exact. This is simple and exact ratio. And exact ratio. Clear? Or you can write it 2:3. Now, how to represent it? How to represent ratio? To represent ratio, we apply this end. By applying this end, we show that this is end of the ratio. Pronunciation of this end is what? H2 in English. Okay, H2 with H2. So how to represent? By this end, ratio is represented. What else? Ratio is also fraction. Remember, this is also fraction. Don't forget, this is also fraction. Yeah, fraction. What else? Just have a look. Now, when we say this was comparing of two markers. Now, what else? What if someone asks that how much per liter milk? How much is a liter milk per liter? You would say. Here we have given what a ratio 5 meter is to 100 centimeter like that. Here you can't say that this is a ratio. No, this is not a ratio. We have to make it a ratio. We have to convert something from here, from two quantities. Only one quantities we have to convert into another. What is another? Here we are looking what this is meter, this is in meter, and this is in centimeter. So here, from here, we need to understand that units of two quantities should be same. Then that ratio will be exact ratio. Okay, that will be exact ratio. So yes, units are not same. That's why. So it will be written as a ratio of 500 meter, 500 centimeter is to 100 centimeter. Okay, this is, and it can be simplified. You know, and you know that it is written also numerator upon denominator. After simplifying it, we have what? 5 upon 1. Meaning of this is 5 times, this is 1 times. Okay, this is 5 times, this is 1 times. This is 5 times, this is 1. And it is written 5 is to 1. 5 is to 1. You can say. 5 is to 1. Now, I would take a question based on this. This is a statement, and you know that this is a statement. Okay, this is a statement, and it can be converted into mathematics language. Yeah, we have given 40 meter and 2 meter, but it is saying find the ratio of this. This statement is not saying that 40 centimeter and 2 meter is your ratio. No, we have to convert it into ratio. Okay, what is the ratio of this? What is the ratio of this two quantities? First is 40 centimeter and 2 meter. Now we need to observe what quantities are same or not. Quantities are same or not, and this is what is the rule of ratio, of making ratio. So here two quantities are not same. So one quantities we will have to make same. Okay. This is 40 centimeter. This is 2 meter, and it can be converted into centimeter. Isn't it? So tell me, what would be in place of a 2 meter? In place of 2 meter. You already know that 2 meter is what? 200 centimeter. 2 meter is 200 centimeter. Now, you know it, okay? Our question, we didn't change our question. We didn't change our statement. You can see. So without changing statement, you can add whatever you are adding, but statement should not be changed. This point remember. Whatever you want to add, but statement should not be changed. That's it. Here, this was given, and here we did write this into this style, where 2 meter, here is a 2 meter, here is a 200 centimeter. So 2 meter is equal to 200 centimeter already we have. Now you are clear that our statement is the same. Yeah. Now it can be simplified. You need to observe that our ratio further can be simplified or not. You need to observe. So here your mind will work. If your mind is not saying this ratio is saying that yeah, I can be what class I can be simplified, but your mind is not saying no. I don't have any idea to simplify it further. Then there is a lack of knowledge, lack of basic, you can say, lack of what observation. So I'm telling you need to observe. Yeah, further it can be classified or not. Yes, 40 upon 200, 0 and 2 to the 10 to the 2 5. Yeah, like that we cancel a fraction. If a fraction is if a fraction wants to cancel, okay, so this is what exact 1 upon 5. Do you know what 1 upon can be written only 5? No, It can't be written only 5. But 5 upon 1 can be written only 5. Where 5 is a numerator, but denominator is 1, which is hidden. This is a fraction. And I am saying that can it be written as 5? Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Because here we know that numerator is given, but the denominator, which is 1, and 1 is hidden as addition. There is addition with 5, but addition is hidden, as well as here denominator is hidden, which is 1. Okay, which is 1. So this is exactly. And okay, it is what 1 is to 5. 1 is to 5. Now next, here proportion. Proportion. Now ahead of a ratio, meaning of is the meaning of proportion. What is the meaning of proportion? It says that there are two ratios. We were talking about only one ratios, and here there is a one ratio. But what if there are two ratios, three ratios? So here our proportion comes. What proportion says? Okay, there are two or more ratios. There are a lot of ratios, but meaning of two or more, two or three ratios are same. What I'm saying? This is one ratio, and second is what? 45 is to 60. We have how much ratios? We have two ratios. This is one, and this is the second. Now it is saying that two ratios are equal to each other. Two ratios are equal to each other. If this is 1 upon 5, then this would be also 1 upon 5. Like that ratios we see in our study, in further study. So if two ratios or three ratios are equal to each other, will be what a proportion. And proportion word will be introduced in our further study a lot of times. That's why we need to understand it. 15 upon 20, and it is the same. There is an equivalent. Between two ratios. It means what? Two ratios are equal to each other. As I told you, if this ratio exact after simplifying this one ratio is let's say 1 by 2, 2 by 3. Okay, 2 by 3. So this would be 2 by 3. This is the meaning of a proportion. Proportion, which means there are two or more quantities. No, two or more ratios which is equal to each other. Now let's simplify it. This can be written 15 upon 20, and as well as 45 upon 60. Okay. If two ratios, three ratios are not equal to each other, is not a proportion. Clear? It's not a proportion. Now 3 5s are 4 5s. 53s are and 54s are. 53s are 54s are. 3 by 4 and 3 by 4. 3 by 4. Now from here we can understand, and teacher or teach to their student from here what about equivalent rational. But this is not our topic now. Right now, when it will come, it is told in standard of 9 class. In standard of 9. Here, We are looking what 15 upon 20. You can say that 50 upon 20 is less than 45 upon 60. But exactly in reality, these two ratios are equal to each other. 3 by 4, 3 by 4. After simplifying it, we are looking that these two ratios are equal to each other. So we were saying that first ratio is less than second ratio. First ratio is less than second ratio. But here, both are equal to each other. Both are equal to each other. So from here, we need to understand that exact. This is a simple 3 by 4 is a simple ratio. Uh, the number of numerator upon number of denominator would be large, but after simplifying it would be what less. Some would tell that half like that 2 by 3, 4 by 5. After simplifying, we will have what lowest form. After simplifying ratios, if a ratio can be simplified further, so after simplifying that ratio, we have what lowest form ratio, which is in lowest form. Okay, this is lowest form. This is not in lowest form. This is in lowest form. 3 by 4 is in lowest form. Okay, this was meaning of a proportion. Now next, we understood about the ratio as well as proportion. With and we understood the ratio with one location. Now let's move ahead. Then see what it is there. Yeah, percentage. Percentage. We are going to break down it. We are going to break down it. Whatever can be understood, whatever can be understood from percentage, we will understand. Okay. First, what is the meaning of a percentage? It is also what? It is also comparing method of quantities. It is also a method to compare quantities. Okay, and by using percentage, we can compare what easily two or more quantities easily. Okay, easily. So it is nothing but comparing quantities, comparing of quantities. Ratio was also meaning of comparing quantities, and it percentage is also meaning of comparing quantities. But it will be more easy than ratio. Comparing quantities with help of a percentage will be more easy than ratio. This is just a difference. Okay. If we are saying that percentage is a so here we can say that percentage is a ratio, because percentage is a work of a percentage is to compare two or more quantities, as well as work of a ratio is to compare two or more quantities. So work of both this is to compare two or more quantities. Work of both is the same. Here we can say I heard what if percentage and ratio are same, then percentage is also fraction. What's the difference between ratio and percentage? Let's see. We hear what in our lifetime, in our everyday, what 10%, 26%, like that. Okay, 50% like that. So what is the meaning of 50%? What is the meaning of 10%, 26%? Here you can say People can say that it can be written 10 upon 100. Meaning of this is what? 100. Hint is telling us a number which is 100. Hint. This is a hint of a percentage. From here you can understand that how to represent percentage, how to present a percentage. So you can say this is a hint. This is a hint of representing percentage. Okay. Okay. And meaning of this is 100. But this is in denominator, not in numerator. This hint which is 100 is always in denominator, not numerator. And given number, visual given number, this is in visual, but this is visual. Exactly. So visual is a number which is in place of numerator of a fraction. So 26 upon 100. 26 is in place of a numerator, whereas 100 is in place of a denominator. Now, you already know that a percentage is a fraction. But here, this is not a fraction. But it can be written as a fraction. What? 26 upon 100. This is what? This is fraction. But this was not in fraction. This was not in fraction. Now this is in fraction. From here to till here, how did it come? It is what? 26 upon 100. 26 upon 100. Percentage is also a fraction. Clear? Now if it is a fraction, so it can be written what like that, which is ratio. It can be written like that, 26 is to 100, which is ratio. Ratios. Which is ratios. Now this is ratio, but it is not in a lowest form, as well as it is not in a lowest form. Now from here, in our mind is coming the idea, but yeah, it can be simplified further. So like that, we will simplify 1 upon 10. Similar here. So this is exact 1 is to 10. Now your mind would not say that it can be reduced more. No, it can be reduced further. No. And if your mind, if you are in confusion, then you can simplify it. But you wouldn't have any idea to simplify it because there is no option to simplify it further. Okay. You can see from percentage we can tell the ratio. Tell the ratio. Okay. Tell the ratio. It is also what? Work of percentage is to represent is to compare. Quantity. Okay, you already know this is 100, and what in denominator 100 is always in place of a denominator. Okay, 100 is for telling percentage, is it telling per percentage, and in place of a denominator 100 words would be there. Okay, there would be 100 words in place of a denominator. Clear? Till here, are you crystal clear or not? Now let's take a question based on this. Now let's take the question based on this. Based on percentage. Yeah. Let's solve it together. Um, Statements is the same that first read me then. What is the same statement? Uh, there are 5 oranges. How much? 5. From 25 crores. From 25. 5. From 25. There is a number 5, but from 25. Now, how much is their crores? How much are their crores? We would say 20. So percentage of oranges is how much? Percentage of this is how much? It is exact in number, but we need to convert it into percentage. Into percent. First of all, this is 5 from 25. We can say this is a total amount and this is a sum amount. This is a sum amount from total amount. Yeah. Now we are going to convert this into percentage. And we know rule of percentage what? In place of a denominator would be how much? 100. So we need to make it how much? 100. Here we will think that what is a product, what is a number from which we will multiply by this will be how much? 100. So what is that number? We need to do think. So you would say 4. 4 is exact number which can be multiplied by 25 would be 100. So here only we write 4 and here nothing. Then our question is change. Our question has a change. But statement is a statement. Question should not be changed. Statement should not be changed. You know what? We will multiply 4 also with the numerator number. 4 will get cancelled out. Will be equal 4 5 by 25. So here our statement has didn't change. Okay, our statement didn't change. Now 5 to 20 and 25 4s are 100. Denominator is how much? 100, and it can be written as 20, and in place of 100 we write what? This end. We apply this end, which is for percentage, which is for percentage. Yeah. If in place of a denominator is not 100, then we need to make 100, which is in place of, which should be in place of a denominator. Okay, in place of a numerator, whatever number is whatever, we don't care, but rule says say of a percentage says that in place of denominator should be how much? 100. That's it. Okay, here you can see there is 100. Yeah. So this is percentage of this. Clear? This is a percentage of I. Now next here. This is next. First of all, first is the stored equation. Okay. Convert the ratio. This is a given ratio. This is given ratio. And equation is saying convert this ratio into percentage. Into percentage. Okay. First of all, let's write it. This is a ratio. Ratio. And we know that to make it percentage, we need to multiply with number by this number. Should be how much? 100. So 25. Yeah, 5 is a 10. So here would be how much? 100. 80 upon 100. 80 upon 100. And this is what? 80%. This is how much? 80%. Okay, 80%. That's it. We converted ratio into percentage, and it can be converted into ratio. From here we can understand that percentage can be converted into ratio and ratio can be converted into percentage by applying rules. Now, this was saying that convert a ratio into percentage, but now it is saying that convert a percentage into ratio. First of all, let's see, this can be written upon 125 upon 100. It is also ratio, but this is not exact ratio. Ratio says that ratio should be in lowest form. This can be said as a ratio, but exact, simple, and simple is in lowest form. So it can be simplified. How much? 25 6 25 5 and 25. This is 25 and 25. Yeah. 5 5s are 5 4s are. So final is what? 5 upon 4, which is the ratio, and it is written also 5:4. You are crystal clear that it can't be reduced further. That's why till here it is what? Exact ratio. It is a simple ratio, which is in lowest form. We just reduce this fraction further. Okay. This is our answer. Here, from percentage into ratio, we converted percentage into ratio. This is how. From here, I am trying to tell you that this is how percentage can be converted into ratio can be converted into percentage. This is how. This is me. Now next. No, really. No. What is third one saying? It is saying Amar, which is what? Amar, who is what? Amar get how much? 3 upon 5 for okay pizza, whereas Dinesh at 5 upon 8 part of another pizza. But size of the same pea is the same. Size is same. But how much parts? How much parts? We don't have exact but clear idea what how much parts. First fraction which is in different, and second fraction which is in but second fraction is something else, and first fraction is something else. Okay. From fraction can be identified that which is more. Which one fraction is more and which one fraction is less. But condition is denominator should be same. Numbers of denominator should be same. Then fraction can be told which one is greater or less. But here numbers in place of denominator are not same. So from here, idea is what we can what we can make a denominator same. This is 3 by 5, which is a part of a pizza by Amaret, this one. Second is 5 by 8. 5 by 8. 25, okay, 25. 25 is and 25. If there is a nothing number which can be applied here would be 100. Then we need to do what? Apply another method. It says that just write 1000 or just write 100. Now, in place of numerator would be how much? 100. But here we don't simplify. We want to simplify what this denominator 100 because we will assume that this is 4% and this will be 4%. Okay. And the end, after simplifying it, in the end, final step, we will use this 4%. Now, let's see. 60 and this is how much? 100. And this is how much? 60%. This is 60%. Now, here. 4 twos are and 50 twos are 25. What else? No. Now, this is how much? 25. 5 fives are and then 5 twos are 10 and 12 upon 2 multiple 100. Yeah, it can cancel by 2. 2 6 are 12, then 5 2 2 are 4, then 1. Now this is how much? 62.5 upon 100. And you know what? This can be written like that. Which one is greater? Now we can say that which one is greater. And this is not this is not important. This is 60% and this is 62.5%. Now we we know that this is grid. Wait, next. Okay, the next. No. This is how we identify that who at more who have more something, who have more pains, who have less pain, like that. Okay, you can observe. No, I heard. Look at this question and read it. What do you observe? Do you have any idea to solve it? Do you explain it? Let's read it together. It is saying if you score, you you can assume that you need to score how much? 90 marks. If you score 90% marks, this is not exact number. How much? 300 marks from 600. No, this is in percentage. So if you score 90% marks in your exam, which contains 5 subjects, then each number of 100. Each number of 100. How many total numbers did you score? How many total numbers did you score? Total number. 5 subjects. There are 5 subjects. And from 5 subjects, I scored 90%. But 90% is how much? 90% is how much? That's what we need to investigate. We need to find out. Yeah. So 5 multiple 100. 5,000. From 5,000. From 5,000. B. You scored how much? From 500, you have scored 90. And we are going to convert this into exact number. Now let's simplify it. Here, 9 times of 45, 0 as it. How much? This is your exact number. We converted our percentage into exact number. You was scored 450 marks. Okay, this is all. You need to observe here method. What is the method that I applied and we studied? Now next question. Now read it. Read it. In a survey of 15 students, there are how much student? Total is 50 students. In a survey of 50 students, 80%, 80% from 50 students, like what science. Only 80% student like science, where 20%, 20% students like what arts. 20%. Now, only question is saying that how many numbers are students who like the science. Okay, we know that 80% of students like the science, but numbers in numbers. So we need to convert a given percentage into number. This is 80% of total, total which is 50. And this is in you can say statement. It can be written like that, and it can be also simplified. It can be also simplified. 0 and 0 and 40. This is how much? 40. So 40 students like the what? Science. Like the science. How much? 40 students from 50. And you know that 10%, 10 students like the arts. Now next. Look at this. It is saying 72% of 25 students are interested in mathematics. How much? One is 22 from 25 students are interested in mathematics. So how many are students not interested? Question you can see. What is question saying? Question is not saying that how many students are interested in mathematics. No, it is given already. How much? 72%. That is saying that how many students are not interested in mathematics. So how much? We know that this is okay. From here we can find that how about these students are not interested in mathematics subject. Was 2 to the and that is 6 80. How much? 80 students. I am saying students. Students. Okay, how much? 18 students. And it can be converted into percentage. 18% students. No. This is not answer. This means what? 72%. 72%. Here, 18 students are interested in mathematics. Now, 25, 80 would be how much? 7. So 7 students are not interested in mathematics. Are not interested in mathematics subjects. That is how we find our answer of question. You can see this is a number of this percentage and this is a number of 80%. Yeah, 18% students are not interested in mathematics. But how many numbers? How many numbers of students are not interested? 7 students. Next. Now we have given 3 students. Now we are going to check that each statement is correct or not. Okay, is this given statement correct or not? So let's check it. 6. So it is saying 6% of it is how much? 48. First of all, this. We are checking it. This is equal to 48. That's it. If this is not equal to 48, we can answer this statement. This given statement is incorrect. 3 to the 5 to the. Nothing correct. 24 upon 5, which is not equal to 48. This is what? False. Clear? No. It's a 6 is to 5 is equal to 30%. How much? 20. We are going to convert this given ratio into percentage, which should be equal to 30%. If this would not be equal to 30%, then we can say this given statement is incorrect. Yeah. Okay. 120 upon this is how much? 120%. This is false. Again, okay. False. No. It's a die. 6 now. This is simple. Let's simplify it. 25 upon 100. 8 day. Here. This is in hours. This is in day. We can convert a day into hours. In a day is equal to 24 hours. Here you are already having. 12 to the 50 to the then 6 to the 25 to the then this get cancelled out. We have 6. Yeah. AHS is equals to RAH is correct. You can see how did I solve it.